Hello students, Namaste and welcome to the virtual learning class of grade 10. And today we are in Unit 2 entitled Festivals and Celebrations. Under this unit we are dealing with speaking skill. So under this speaking skill today we are going to learn reporting interrogatives. Alright. So when I say reporting, you must have remember the grammatical item that you have learned in grade 8, 9. Yeah, that's exactly. So it is about direct speech and indirect speech. We also call it narration. All right. Okay, let's learn something more about this. And perhaps when you talk about reported speech, you might have remembered some rules too, but we'll discuss also. Okay, let's go ahead. Then, all right, study the following questions and its reporting. So can you look at a book? All right. So we will start with the this particular example. Yeah. Now you can see three people here. There is a reporter, right? And there is a man, and the reporter is asking, all right, something, all right? And there is another person who has heard their conversation and she's going to report. Okay, let's see what she says.
Aren't you afraid of getting hurt?
Well, she has asked the question to this man, and contextually, when you remember the Battle of Oranges, all right, students, so this man must be a Messi, right? Because he's not afraid of going to the battle, all right? And in the form of narrator, here is a person who asks the questions. So now this question can be reported as,
The reporter asked Masi if he was not afraid of getting hurt.
yeah, okay. So you can see, you heard, okay. So she's the reporter. Then she's saying this is the reporter asks Messi, all right. And we use if. If is the connective for every interrogative sentences, all right. Basically, yes, no questions, all right. And he, so this is second person. You is he, all right. You is he. So this second person changes according to the object, okay, of the reporting verb. And then he was not afraid. Actually, this he is changes into he was, all right. That's what we can see, the basic changes while reporting. Well, students, let's study some more example. Look at this one. A teacher, let's suppose she's a teacher, and she's saying to a boy or to a student, I taught you voice yesterday. So can you try how to report it? All right. So you might be reporting like this. All right. So the teacher told Ramesh, because I taught you voice yesterday is the statement type of sentence. Therefore, so you said told, and let's suppose this is Ramesh. Therefore, you say the teacher told Ramesh. That is the connective. And I is for teacher herself, therefore C, okay. Then I taught changes into I taught. So then you changes into him, all right. Voice the previous days, because this you is for the boy, okay. So the object form of you is him, all right. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Another example. Okay, so look at can you hear it? All right. Have you studied reported speech before? Okay, so teacher is asking another question to the boy, all right? Have you studied reported speech? So how can you report? Can you report like the previous one? You will be saying the teacher, okay? Then this is the question, so you'll say asked Ramesh. We suppose this is a boy is Ramesh. And then what connectives? If or whether, because this is yes no question, all right. So what else? Oh, that's fine. Check it out, please. All right. The teacher asked Ramesh if he had studied. Okay. We see you is for Ramesh. Okay. So if he have studied changes into had studied. Repeat this as before. All right, now look at the book, students, and there's okay. So before we are going to discuss other problems related to reporting, let me give you some concept about what really is reporting. All right. So we may report the words of a speaker in two ways. All right. There is someone who speaks, and we can report in two ways. So we may quote his actual word. Okay. I mean, we can just say what he has said. Okay. That quoting his actual words is called direct speech, and we may report what he said without quoting his exact words. Okay, without telling his exact word, we can report in different way, and that is called the indirect speech, also known as the reported speech. For example, all right, he said, I am in the middle of a meeting now. So if we say in this way, generally we are quotation. Okay, the direct quote of the reporter's speech is put inside the inverted, okay, commas. All right. So he said, I am in the middle of a meeting now. This is the direct speech. Whereas, what will be the indirect speech? So he said that, okay. So instead of I, it changes into first person, okay. So it's according to the first person, first here according to the subject. So I, he. Am is was, I am, it means he was in the middle of the meeting. So now it changes into then. So there are certain changes we have to remember, okay. All right, so what changes you have to remember are, let me remind you the rules so that you can have confidence over reporting. So that is first rule is change of tense, that is present changes into past and past changes into past perfect. Then there is change of person, so SON, this is a simple rule, that is first person changes according to the subject, second person changes according to the object, and third person has no change. Right, you might have learned there is change of time adverbials like today, that day, tomorrow, the next day, or the following day. All right, yesterday, the day before, last year, the previous day, etc. So then there is change of punctuations, and all the punctuation change into full stops. So please remember these things. So basically, and today we are going to talk about the interrogative yes/no questions and WH questions. Therefore, let me just give you an idea. So in yes/no questions and WH question, the reporting verbs can be used as ask, inquire, or wanted to know. So set to changes into ask. Okay, commonly ask is the reporting verb we can use in okay, yes/no questions and WH questions. And in case of yes/no questions, the connective is if or whether. Please remember nicely. All right. And in WH questions, there is always WH word and phrase. Okay, that's fine. And also remember in changing, reporting the interrogatives, also remember, so after using the connectives, there is SVO pattern, there is subject verb object pattern. You have to remember. All right, that's good. Now report the following questions in pairs. Yeah, you can see in the book. All right, you can try in pairs. Okay, so one of you will ask the question and one will answer the questions. Let's practice, okay? So practice in pair. For example, you and your friend is here, and there is another third person. There might be another friend you have in the bench. So he will listen to of your questions, and he or she will report. Let's do like that, okay? Let's see the example. Okay, so one student, so you have to practice like that. It's always good, okay? All right, so one student will say like this.
Can you remember how you enjoyed the festival in your youth?
Oh, that's like example, okay? Now, all right, you have to suppose this person name, and you have to suppose this person another name, and she asks to him, because it's all asking, all right? She asks to him, and you can give the name and you can report. Let's see the example first, okay? So, all right, we are supposing this girl as Sila and this Mohan as this boy as Mohan. So every time Sila will be asking question to Mohan, all right, about some kind of festival and celebration, all right, you can see the context. And there is third person who is reporting their conversation, all right, or who is reporting her question. Okay, let's see this one.
Sheila asked Mohan if he could remember how he had enjoyed the festival in his youth.
All right, let's see the changes here. In your reporting, can you tell me what changes you have made?
So we have changed the tense and added a connective where can changes into could in the change of tense. You changes into the second person based on the object, and we have added a connective if in the starting of the reporting verb.
All right, then enjoy.
Yes.
Enjoy changes into?
Enjoys changes into verb to
Enjoyed change into had enjoyed.
had enjoyed.
What is that then?
So that's the change in the tense.
Tense. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Well, let's see, students. So you look at the changes. This is common. So always use if or whether, and then you have a person change. Okay. So can. So you cannot start directly can. So you changes into. You is this man, right? So this man is he. In this way, you have to understand. Okay. So in the form of subject he, then can changes into could. All right. So you do not change the remember, because once you change could, you cannot say could remembered. Okay. Take care of this. Okay. And then how? So you again, you is he. All right. Then enjoyed, V2 changes into had enjoyed. The student is sometimes confused. Okay, so enjoyed, verb 2 changes into verb 3 with the had enjoyed. All right. So these are the changes taking place according to the rule. Let's go ahead. Next one. So working pair, please ask this question. Have you ever seen Chandinas? Okay, that's the question. You can ask. And how will you report? Look at this reporting.
Sila asked Mohan whether he had ever seen Chandinath.
Yeah, that's how you can change. Let's go ahead.
Is there any ritual to perform it?
Sheila asked Mohan if there was any ritual to perform it.
All right, so you can practice like this.
Do you invite a priest for the ritual?
Sheila asked Mohan if he invited a priest for the ritual.
How did you dance?
Sheila asked Mohan how he had danced.
What activity did you appreciate?
Sila asked Mohan what activity he had appreciated.
All right, so in a similar way, let's look at the grammar 1A, exercise number A, all right? Reporting the following questions in pairs, okay? So let's, again, all right, practice in pair, all right? Are you ready, students? So one of you will ask the question, all right, by saying, are you working tonight? Oh, that's fantastic. Then we are supposing, that, okay, next reporter will suppose Agaman asks Timothy. It might be your friend, okay? Ramesh asks Mohan, okay? So you have to understand. So basically in reporting, what you have to understand is mostly there are two persons to talk directly, all right? That is known as the direct conversation. That is known as direct speech, okay? Because at that time they are saying you to one another, you, I, they are saying like this. And there is always a third person, okay, who knows their conversation, and he has to report to the class, to someone else. That's what is the reporting. So similarly here, are you working tonight? All right. This is a question by a student. Then this question is asked to someone. Therefore, we suppose Agaman asks Timothy. So can you guess what is the reporting statement here then? Well, as a rule, Agaman asks Timothy, then we are using connectives. If, okay, if, then you is Timothy. Therefore, if he, let's suppose Timothy is a boy. So, okay, if he was working. So, if he, actually when there is he, then he is working. So, he is working changes into if he was working, okay, and tonight changes into that night. So, changes are person changes, connectives use, tense changes, and tonight is that night. That is known as the time adverbial changes. Okay, so that's the answer. So you can say Agaman asked Timothy whether he was working that night. So if or whether is okay, no problem. Next, let's start. Is this the road to the station? That is the question you are asking, right, to someone else. Okay, so so how will you start is a stranger wanted to know from me, right? We can use like this kind of things. You may say, can you think what is the answer? What is the reporting? Okay. All right, so you can report and you can you practice the reporting. All right, yeah, you're right. A stranger wanted to know from me if that was the road to the station. So all the questions change into full stop, remember? So did you do your homework? Very common questions, right? You need to know, did you do your homework? So how will you report, did you do homework? So my friend inquired me, okay? My friend wanted to know, all right? Or my friend asked me, okay? Asked her, no problem, okay? What? My friend asked her, yeah? Then connectives, tense change, person change. Yeah, you're right. So my friend inquired her whether she had, okay, her, when you say, her, you is her, for her, therefore whether she had done. Did you do? So did you do means did is here. So did changes into done, okay, past perfect tense, had done her homework. Yeah, in this way, have you been to Paris? The tourist asks if she had been to Paris. She or he had been to Paris, right? So, how long have you been working in this company? You saw inquire of Anju. So, Anju, how long she had been working in that company? So, now remember how. Okay, the connectives for the WH questions is, okay, WH word or question, word or phrase, okay. How long phrase is here, so we have used the how long phrase. So in this way, okay, you have to practice this conversation in your peer. Thank you very much. That's all for the speaking practice today. Okay, dear students, then we are going to discuss the listening skill. Okay, listening is the skill is the first skill in language. All right, you listen first, then only you start speaking, then you start reading, and then you start writing. Okay. Now, before we listen to the text, let's look at the questions and look at the pictures. All right. What do you see in the pictures? What do you see in the picture? A man, a girl trying to kiss her father. Maybe she has given this postcard also, right? And here, yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe there is a symbol of the earth, okay? They are trying to locate the different kinds of continents here, and the people are painting, right? All right, and this the happy symbol. So what special days do they denote? Can you tell me in your social context or in when you have heard about it? So can you tell me what special do they denote? Yeah. Oh, it's maybe Father's Day? Or is it Earth Day? Environmental Day? What is that? Yeah, your good guess. Anyway, let's first listen the audio for the first time, okay, to identify what the pictures might be about. All right. At the same times, I am going to play the cassette. I am going to play the listening audio for 3 times. At the first time, you try to enjoy the text and try to understand the main ideas, main points of the audio, so that you can have idea about solving other questions related to the audio. And then second time I'll play for the first questions, and third time for another questions, and then overall observations of your answers. All right. So let's start. Okay, enjoy this audio.
I don't know why people still play tricks on April Fool's Day. Last year on April 1st, one of my co-workers played a really horrible trick on our office. He moved all the stuff on everyone's desks around, so no one could find what they were looking for. It was a total waste of time.
Earth Day is really amazing. People spend their time helping each other and nature. Last year, my book club planted flowers around the kids' playground in the park. Then we had a picnic with lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. I hope we do something just as special this year.
When I was a kid, we used to surprise my mom every Mother's Day with breakfast in bed. We got up early and made a mess in the kitchen, but she always enjoyed it. At least I think she did. It was a great tradition, and we had fun cleaning up the kitchen together.
Father's Day is a special time for me. It's great because I get to spend the whole day with my family. Last year, our whole family got together for a big dinner. They made my favorite meal, spaghetti and meatballs, and we had ice cream for dessert. We're all big talkers, so everyone had funny stories to tell.
I don't look forward to New Year's Eve. Those parties are the worst. There's way too much food, and you end up eating too much and staying up too late, and you feel terrible the next day. And the noise. Last year, the people next door had a huge, noisy party that went on till 5 in the morning.
Yeah, well, so you have enjoyed the text. So when you heard the text, you must have identified what might be this picture about. All right? Yeah, what is this first picture about? Yeah, it talks about the Father's Day. All right? And the second picture, yeah, they talk about the Earth Day. All right? Now let's go ahead. All right. And before I play the audio for the second time, I want to make you familiar with some of the words used in the audio so that it can become easier for you. All right. So the audio uses the following words. Okay. Please take care. So first one, they say co-workers. So co-workers are who work together. All right. The next is horrible trick. You hear, okay? They say horrible trick. So it's horrible trick means an unpleasant act, something which is not good trick. All right. Good activity. Then they say stuff. Stuffs are the things, right? Mess. Mess means a dirty state of things or places. That is a mess. Okay, you make a mess means okay, a lot of dirty things here. That's very useful word. Then spaghetti and meatballs. Look at this spaghetti and meatballs. That's the spaghetti, right? And the meatballs are these. Okay, that's what is the dish looks like. Dessert. So dessert is the sweet course eaten at the end of a meal. All right. So after you consume food, okay, at the end you are given the dessert. Basically, okay, they are sweet. All right. So that's what called the dessert. Well, then worst. So worst is the superlative form of bad. All right. So when we are using the adjectives, okay, bad, worse, worst we say, all right? That's what you have to remember here. Then terrible is horrible, okay? So horrible is unpleasant, unpleasant is not good, all right? Similarly, you can remember the words. So now, before you listen the audio for the second time, all right, please remember these words, remember these special days. So there are 5 speakers talking about these special days, all right, and then you have to remember, okay, you have to understand either they like this day or they dislike these days, okay. Now let's play the cassette for the second time.
I don't know why people still play tricks on April Fool's Day. Last year on April 1st, one of my co-workers played a really horrible trick on our office. He moved all the stuff on everyone's desks around, so no one could find what they were looking for. It was a total waste of time.
Earth Day is really amazing. People spend their time helping each other and nature. Last year, my book club planted flowers around the kids' playground in the park. Then we had a picnic with lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. I hope we do something just as special this year.
When I was a kid, we used to surprise my mom every Mother's Day with breakfast in bed. We got up early and made a mess in the kitchen, but she always enjoyed it. At least I think she did. It was a great tradition, and we had fun cleaning up the kitchen together.
Father's Day is a special time for me. It's great because I get to spend the whole day with my family. Last year, our whole family got together for a big dinner. They made my favorite meal, spaghetti and meatballs, and we had ice cream for dessert. We're all big talkers, so everyone had funny stories to tell.
I don't look forward to New Year's Eve. Those parties are the worst. There's way too much food, and you end up eating too much and staying up too late, and you feel terrible the next day. And the noise. Last year, the people next door had a huge, noisy party that went on till 5 in the morning.
You must have already found out. So either they have liked these days or not liked. Now please check out your answer. Oh yeah, April Fool's Day. The speaker likes the dislikes the April Fool's Day because he talks about what a mess. Okay, it's a total waste of time. Next, Earth Day. Yeah, the speaker who talks about the Earth Day likes it. Okay, because he says that we planted trees and we do something special on this Earth Day, right? Mother's Day. Does the speaker like it or dislike it? Yeah, Mother's Day also, the speaker likes the Mother's Day because they give good surprise to their mother, right? And mother doesn't mind even if they are making the kitchen mess, right? Then Father's Day, all right, does the speaker like it? Yeah, so a speaker also likes the Father's Day because he says that it's the very special day for me, right? And the New Year's Eve, yeah, it's New Year's Eve. The speaker doesn't like New Year's Eve because she says it's very noisy, all right? A lot of things like that. Well, students, now we are doing another exercise of this listening. So it's true and false. Now, as we have seen, as we have heard, 5 speakers, all right? And about them, either their version is true or false. So please listen the audio once again for the last time and check out your answers. All right, here we go.
I don't know why people still play tricks on April Fool's Day. Last year on April 1st, one of my co-workers played a really horrible trick on our office. He moved all the stuff on everyone's desks around, so no one could find what they were looking for. It was a total waste of time.
Earth Day is really amazing. People spend their time helping each other and nature. Last year, my book club planted flowers around the kids' playground in the park. Then we had a picnic with lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. I hope we do something just as special this year.
When I was a kid, we used to surprise my mom every Mother's Day with breakfast in bed. We got up early and made a mess in the kitchen, but she always enjoyed it. At least I think she did. It was a great tradition, and we had fun cleaning up the kitchen together.
Father's Day is a special time for me. It's great because I get to spend the whole day with my family. Last year, our whole family got together for a big dinner. They made my favorite meal, spaghetti and meatballs, and we had ice cream for dessert. We're all big talkers, so everyone had funny stories to tell.
I don't look forward to New Year's Eve. Those parties are the worst. There's way too much food, and you end up eating too much and staying up too late, and you feel terrible the next day. And the noise. Last year, the people next door had a huge, noisy party that went on till 5 in the morning.
Well, fine. So you heard the 5 speakers talking about the various special days, all right? So you must have checked your answers with the true and false. Okay, now let's check it out, all right? So the first one speaker is talking about the April Fool's Day, as you know. So the first statement is one of his co-workers played tricks on everyone. Yeah, obviously it's true, because one of our co-workers, okay, took all the stops, okay, and he said like that. So he played tricks on everyone. He had a wonderful time. No, so see, he says it's a total waste of time. So it's a false, okay. When everything's were there on the table by co-worker and couldn't find, right? And this was a total waste of time. So therefore, he did not have a wonderful time. So it's false. Speaker 2. The book club planted flowers. Yeah, of course, you heard that, okay? Our book club planted flowers, okay? He says directly in the audio text, all right? Then he did not go away on Earth Day. Oh, it must be false, because he says we went around the children's park, all right? And everyone has a special thing to do, going somewhere. Therefore, it's not that he did not go anywhere, okay? Right. Now, speaker 3. Her mother did not enjoy them making a mess in the kitchen. So they are talking about the Mother's Day. So her mother did not enjoy making a mess in the kitchen. Is it so? It's false. Yeah, because mothers likes it anyway. Even they make a mess, but she's very happy because the kids serve the mother breakfast in the bed. So obviously it's a true statement, right? Because mother, they serve the breakfast in the bed to surprise their mother, making mess in the kitchen, and mother likes it, everything, okay? Similarly, let's go to speaker number 4. Okay, speaker number 4, he had a party with his friends. So speaker number 4 talks about the Father's Day, all right? He had a party with his friends? No. And the Father's Day, he doesn't go out with the friends. Therefore, this is the false, right? He went to a big family dinner. Of course, this is the true statement, all right? Because he said we had a big family dinner and we had a good talk. Everyone was talkative, okay? So he says like that. And speaker number 5 talks about the New Year's Eve, New Year's special, right? She went to a great party. No, she doesn't like. So she did not go anywhere, all right? The neighbors had a noisy party. Yeah, that's what she says. Okay, neighbors had a really noisy party and it was really difficult, okay, to go to the job next day, right? So in this way, you practice the listening in order to, all right, for your easiness, I have given you the tap script, okay? You can, you can again play the tap, okay? You can again play the audio and you can look at this script to really identify what they have said. Okay, for example, the speaker say, I don't know. Okay, so you have to remember the spoken language. Okay, that don't know is actually the native say, I don't know. All right, I don't know why people still play tricks on April Fool's Day. Last year on April Fool's, it's like that. Okay, so it's for your reference. Please go through all of this. All right, transcription of the audio recording. Right. So this is Earth Day, really amazing. So really amazing, likes it. Okay, then total waste of time, dislike it. So in this way also you can identify question number A and B. Also you can clarify yourself. Okay, students. Now, okay, we have this. We have practice speaking. All right, we have practice listening tags. All right. Finally, here's something to share. Okay, tell the class about a special day which you celebrated this year. All right. Yeah, come on, working pair. So twice. Okay, what special day you had? Okay, what special do you celebrate this year to your friends? Yeah, you can talk about the birthday parties if you have any celebrations. You can talk about any kind of puja. All right. Worshipping you had. Oh, yeah, working pair. So let me share you. Okay, for your reference, we can share like this. All right. So what I share with you is this year on the 6th of March, I was in the Massachusetts, USA in a training. There was a friend from Cameroon, Ivory, with I celebrated my birthday. It happened that the other 18 tea fellows knew about it and they gave us a surprise party. It was really amazing. So I can describe one of my events that happened right there. It's really happened. It was really amazing. Okay, I celebrated my one of the birthday in USA. Right. So you might have that kind of special days. Okay. So these are some of the celebrations we have done in the Massachusetts. All right. Thank you, students. So enjoy your class. Enjoy your day. Have a nice time. Thank you.